All right, guys, this is Emmett Stallworth, the Alpha Builder, and I'm actually back at it again, guys. And I'm actually in my own home right now. Just kind of, that picture thing works out really good with the fireplace and everything, guys. But I'm kind of actually here, man. We have really pretty much a what they call an open floor plan, and I'm actually out here fixing to put this cedar beam right here. I'm gonna put it up here for a mantle, and then I'm gonna put some corbels up under it. So I hadn't quite finished yet, guys. I've been working. Probably I do about 2 or 3 projects per weekend in my own house, and I've been here maybe 3 months now, but I do about 3 projects every weekend, and I probably got about 4 more to go, and I'll be finished with everything. I have everything completed. I actually put some flowers out there in the back, guys. So we got that hill stabilized too. But guys, I want to talk about this, especially when you're about to finish a home. And have your coffee, man. But guys, when you finish a home, and this is for homeowners and builders. So guys, when you finish a home, and when you come into that finishing point, guys, one thing you have to understand as a builder and homeowners, you got to understand this too. Your house is not going to be perfect. It's just not going to be, guys, when you build a house as a builder, when I build a house, you got so many different products that are coming together, i.e. drywall and MDF boards. You got wood over here. You have quartz. You have tile. Guys, you got all these different parts. You got over 300,000 of these parts that's all brought together and assembled by men. And it's not gonna match. Guys, nothing's gonna ever be perfect. You're just not gonna get it perfect. You're not gonna get it perfect to the point to where it's kind of similar to if you went and bought a car that was built inside of some kind of manufacturer or some kind of assembly line in which it was engineered to be a certain way. All the screws have a certain amount of torque that's on each one of the screws that was to assemble that car. So on a house, it's totally different, guys. It's going to be totally different on expectations on just perfection, guys. Now, I'm not saying that as a homeowner, you should accept anything. You shouldn't accept anything from builders, man, but it needs to be within what they call the National Association of Home Builders guidelines, a performance guideline. There is a performance guidelines that they have with the National Association of Home Builders, which I say that all the builders should make sure that their homeowners get a copy of that. And homeowners, it's just not a copy that I just give you, because I usually I send that to my homeowners as well. Guys, you got to read through that thing, and it tells you exactly what the problem is and what's excessive and what's not excessive. So if something's wrong in your house, that guideline is going to kind of break everything down for you, because even builders who's been building for hundreds of years, they know that we can't make things perfect, because trees don't even grow straight. You got a house made of wood, but trees are not straight, So we get it, guys, but there has to be a certain level of tolerance, but the homeowners don't have to just accept anything. If it may be like on the concrete, it may say if you get a crack in your concrete, if it's a certain amount of inches thick, that's considered excessive. So it actually tells you what the builder should do and what the builder shouldn't do. Now, and also when you're getting close to finishing, there's something else that you guys have got to understand too, is that there's a time to point out things that's wrong. Typically that's going to be the punch out item. That's going to be during the punch out time. Punch out is when, because here's what I do, guys. I typically go through and do my own punch out. My punch out is going to be far more strenuous than the homeowners, because the homeowners is only paying attention to what they see. Mine is going to be things that's mechanical, things that functioning properly or improperly. I'm going to be looking behind the walls. I'm going to be thinking behind the walls and things like that. Because here's the thing, guys. The last thing I want to do is I want to come back. I don't want to come back for callbacks. Yeah. So my time is not like a builder build something and say, hey, you know something? Let me see, can I keep coming over there and dealing with that homeowner? Because number one, if I keep coming back, you're going to look for other things because you just say, well, what else he messed up? I mean, he messed this up. He messed that up. What else he messed up? He just messed everything up. I mean, he can't get nothing right. That's not what a builder wants, guys, because once that homeowner start nitpicking little things, it is what it is, guys. Once they start seeing things and they have they get into a rhythm of seeing things as wrong, they're going to keep coming back over and over and over because they're going to look for things. They're going to expect things wrong now. That's why it's important for you builders to get a lot of this stuff right. Now, I'm not saying you're perfect. You're not going to have this thing like a car. I mean, just imagine, guys, if I took some iron, steel, rubber, plastic, and I just took it all and put it in a big pile on your front yard and say, hey, I need you to assemble a car. Well, we can make it happen, but when they get that car together, it's probably not going to be a perfect car. You're going to find some problems that these humans' hands put together. So you have to have, homeowners, guys, you got to have a level of patience. It is what it is. But you have to have that level of patience, and and let the builder finish that house up. Let them finish that house up, get everything the way it needs to go. And I knew somebody called home. So guys, yeah, so there's a time for everything. And I know sometimes it seems like it's kind of chaotic, with what's going on, like especially when you're trying to finish up the house and you're getting close to the end. It gets a little chaotic. But the way I do it, and other builders have different ways. Man, my dog, he know I'm on this right here, so he gonna do that right there, guys. But guys, the way I handle it, I do my punch out first, and then I walk the homeowner through there and let them do their punch out. And just because they say that this is a problem, it doesn't mean I will address that problem. It doesn't mean that I'm going to do anything. I'm not going to start ripping things out and because guys, the way I look at it, man, if I can make it better without making it worse, I'm going to try to, if I can make it better without making it worse, that's what I'm going to do. But if I feel like that I'm going to make it worse without making it better, I'm going to leave it alone. It is what it is, guys. And at some point in time, if we can't get a resolution or we can't be on the same page when it comes down to this, I typically put in my contract that you can hire somebody to come in there and take care of that as long as they charge the reasonable price. But once you get that person to come in there and do whatever it is that I didn't do, that's on them now. It's not on me. So you gotta, but like I said, typically what I do is I go ahead and I do my first, I do my first punch out, let the homeowner come do their punch out. When the homeowner looks at, just because they put it on the list don't mean that I gotta, that's when you gotta look at the building quality and standards. The performance guidelines with the NAHB, and that'll tell you how that thing needs to be addressed. What we need to do. It talks about flooring, talks about countertops, mirrors, cracks, windows. It goes into everything just about. But that's what you want to do, guys. And guys, you gotta understand, man. You're not, I'll do the best I can to make the house as nice as possible. But even on my own house, guys, I got all kind of imperfections in here, man. But I'm not telling that homeowner that you got to accept imperfections. I'm just saying that, and maybe to a degree, I'm kind of desensitized when it comes down to imperfections because I do this so much. But there is a system. If you get anything out of this right here, there is a system to deal with everything, especially toward the end. Once again, guys, you guys like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. I'm still trying to build builders, get more people into the building game, and hopefully we can all do it right. And guys, this is the way.